Katie Woodcock, The Evolution of Skincare, Is It Worth It? Top 10 tips on how to keep your skin healthy. 9 minutes and 43 seconds. When it comes to our skin, we'll never really know what the perfect cleansing routine is. From listening to advice from our favourite influencers to receiving professional information from dermatologists, whatever we end up hearing, how those routines and tips work is all purely down to our own individual skin cells. To look into how to get that healthy glowing complexion we all yearn for, we chatted to skincare specialist Kerry Herdman on Skype. She provides an insight into what can benefit our skin and what to avoid in what she calls her top 10 tips on how to keep your skin healthy.
My number one top 10 tip would be CSA. So CSA stands for vitamin C, sunscreen and vitamin A. So I'll break that down into the first sort of top 10, 1 to 3. So vitamin C would be the first one. So that's something we can all use in the morning. We can pop it on as an oil, we can pop it on as a moisturiser with SPF. But why it's brilliant is it's antioxidant and it's really good at brightening, hydrating your skin. It's good for pigmentation. So it just really helps to lift your complexion and give you a really nice glow. Number 2, so the second part of CSA is sunscreen. Sunscreen is so important. We generally only ever put it on when we're on holiday, but the sun accounts for 80% of skin aging is caused by sun exposure, and also blue light from computer screens as well contributes to that skin aging. So sunscreen every day, come rain or shine. If you've got it in your foundation or moisturiser, that's great, but you do really need a separate sunscreen, ideally, either underneath that, or if you've got no makeup on at all, just a sunscreen as is, or one of these BB creams that have got sunscreen in, they're brilliant as well. And a sunscreen that's a broad spectrum, so a UVA, a UVB and a 5-star rating. That way you're going to cover all the different rays and also the blue light from computer screens as well. The third part of CSA would be retinol or vitamin A. So it's quite a buzzword at the moment in the beauty industry. Everyone speaks about retinol, how amazing it is, but there's so many different types, and what we find in the salon is people are so confused by it. They don't know where to start, they don't know how to use it. So the easiest way to break it down is something called a retinol ladder. So retinol can come in a cream form, it can come in a squalene solution, a jojoba oil carrier, but what you should always do if you're thinking about using retinol is only use it at night time, because it's photosensitive. So if you pop it on in the morning, it's going to react to the sun, could cause a breakout, redness, sensitivity. So use it in the evening after cleansing, and then just apply it all over your face. Some of them are incorporated into a moisturiser, so that's a 2-in-1 product, or some of them you would then have to add a moisturiser afterwards. And for 2 weeks, you would do it twice a week. At the end of the 2 weeks, so then your 3rd and 4th week, you would do it every other night. And then your 5th and 6th week, you would do it every single night until you finish your bottle or jar. Once you finish that, you could then buy a new retinol. And that's where retinol gets really confusing because it comes in different strengths. So from the shops, from the high street, from beauty salons, you can buy it from 0.1% up to 1%. Anything over 1% is prescribed by doctors or cosmetologists. So when you're buying it on the high street, you'd ideally start 0.1. Once you finish that jar or bottle, you'd progress up to 0.3, finish that jar or bottle up to 0.6, and then up to the 1%. Tip number 4, I would say, is a good cleanser and something that's pH balanced. So a lot of cleansers out there strip our skin, and they strip our skin of all the natural oils, and we need that natural oil in our skin so our skin knows what's going on, whether it needs to produce a little bit more oil, whether we've got enough oil and it's okay. So we need a little bit of a regulator. Our skin sits at 4.4 to 5.5 pH, so we always recommend a pH balanced cleanser. All of the good brands, high street, beauty salon, online, they should have it on the bottle somewhere. And as part of that as well, we say double cleansing. So one cleanse is never enough. You need to always double cleanse, morning and the evening, particularly if you're someone who wears a lot of sort of heavy makeup, or something like all night setting sprays on your makeup after a night out. Always double cleanse, and always in like an upward and a circular motion as well. And then to tie in with tip number 4, tip number 5, when you're cleansing your face, always clean hands and a clean muslin cloth, flannel, mitt, bamboo cotton pads, whatever you like to clean your face with. Even if it's your hands in the shower and a foaming cleanser, just always clean. Throw it in the wash that evening and then a new one the next day. So a lot of my ladies tend to have about 15 muslin cloths on the go usually. That way they've always got one for every morning, every evening. And that way you know you've got no cross-contamination. You're not bringing any germs up onto your skin. You're not clogging any pores. And the same goes for your makeup brushes as well. Always cleansing your makeup brushes so you know they're nice and fresh. And you can do that just with a soap and water, with a specific brush cleanser. There's so many ways. Cleanse them, pop them on the side, let them dry, or you can get one of those whizzy fancy little machines that you pop it in, whizzes around for 30 seconds and it comes out clean and dry. But really, really important, breakouts. So for anyone who's prone to breakouts, just your normal little comedones, just your normal blackheads, your little whiteheads, or for acne, any product that's got salicylic acid in. So salicylic acid is amazing. It's a BHA, so it's a beta hydroxy acid. And what that does is it chemically exfoliates the skin from the surface inwards. So it chews up any dead skin cells, helps to break down any blackheads, break down any excess oil production on the skin, and unclogs your pores. So it's an absolute hero for anyone having a little breakout. Tip number 7, my big one, and I virtually scream this at clients, is don't use face wipes. Face wipes are terrible. They are designed for camping trips only and at a very last resort. Face wipes have got a pH of 11. So as I said earlier, our skin is a 4.4 to 5.5. So pH of 11 is really alkaline. So by using them, you're just stripping the oil out of your skin. You don't wash them off as well, so they leave a residue on your skin. That residue can cause your skin to become sensitive, it can cause redness, itchiness, and they're not environmentally friendly. Most of them aren't biodegradable, so they just get thrown in the bin. People put them down toilets and all sorts of terrible, terrible products. Sleep, literally cannot get enough sleep. A good anything above 6 hours, ideally 8 hours a night, is so beneficial for our skin. Our skin's the largest living organ, so when we're sleeping it's actually doing so much work. It's repairing, we've got cell turnover, cell renewal going on, so allowing your body enough time to sleep will actually allow your skin to do the job that it needs to do as well. Something that's very much in the media at the moment, avoid touching your face. So I think we all touch our face. I think the average, when I looked earlier, was 23 times an hour, roughly. So it's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. So if we're touching our face that many times, the germs that are on our hands going up to our skin, and then if you're not cleansing it well at the end of the day, you've just got all those germs and things on your face. So avoid touching your skin, avoid leaning on your hand. Then number 10, something I get asked quite regularly in the salon is, should I use a different eye product, or why do I need a different eye product for around my eyes? The skin around your eyes is so much thinner and more delicate than the rest of your face. The eyes work quite a lot throughout the day. You think when it's sunny, we're squinting, we're talking. We use our eyes quite a lot to show our expression and our emotion, how we feel. And we've got no sebaceous glands around our eye, so we don't have as much oil around there, so they can get quite dry. So eye products are so important because they're so much finer than a normal facial moisturiser. They quite often tend to come in a serum formula because the molecules are smaller, so they can penetrate around the eye area better. So anyone who's concerned about their eyes, fine lines, wrinkles, puffiness, dryness, anything like that, should definitely use an eye cream or an eye gel morning and evening. And we should actually start in our early 20s, around 21 they say now. And anything with peptides, retinol, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, brilliant for the fine lines. And if you're suffering from sort of puffy eyes, anything with caffeine and green tea in is brilliant.
I can't believe how much I've learned from these tips, Kerry. Who knew that something that so many of us use every day, like face wipes, could be having such a huge impact on our skin? Kerry, thank you so much for sharing all your tips. Even if it just helps one person, I'm sure people will be very thankful for this podcast.